Hi everybody, this is Angelica. Nice to see you today. So today's video is going to be about how to develop and strengthen your psychic abilities. So first of all, everybody probably already knows that everyone is already psychic. So we're all psychic and we all have this ability to tune into others and to tune into ourselves in a way that we can get higher guidance, higher information than what our normal five senses cover. So this usually comes through the third eye, um, and we can just kind of take this in and kind of know things that aren't seen with our eyes without actually, being there. Because everything that's going on and happening, we can tap into. They're all just at different frequencies, and if we can tap into, specific vibrations or frequencies of energy, then we will be able to know things. So, it just all has to do with where you're wanting to place your energy, where you're wanting to place your attention, and how much information you want to know. So the reason that some people are better at being psychics or opening their psychic ability is because it really has to do with your centeredness and your ability to be very calm. And this will affect and determine how clear the information is that you're getting and how much psychic information you can get, because psychic information is very subtle. It's very similar to tapping into your higher guides or your higher, your higher self or the angels. It's a very subtle vibration. Now, this means that if you're getting information and you're feeling really frantic and you're like, oh my gosh, and you're thinking these things are right, that you're thinking this worried, kind of stressed out psychic information supposedly, usually it's not correct. Usually that is your own inner stuff going on, which I'll talk about in a moment. I'll talk more about that. So we all have the ability to tune into people's thoughts and feelings at will, depending upon who we want to tune into, and also if we're really like in tune with somebody, it's easier for us to kind of entrain with their energy and really get good psychic information. Now, a thing that we do is we do take in feelings through our hara center, which is here. It's right here in our hara. We take in information and sometimes we cover this area up. And we'll do that mainly because if we come around somebody, situation, or people that are negative, we'll cover this up to protect ourselves. So that's our hara. And we can take in psychic information through this point here and also through our third eye. So if someone's like being really negative or expressing negative vibrations, you notice you'll automatically kind of cover up that area because that's where you're taking it in. And this is why people get a gut feeling or, psychic information will be, very in tune with this part of the body. So really recognize what's coming in through this area and how that's happening. Just be aware of this area of the body and what you're bringing in, and make sure that you can ground yourself and also put up the boundaries around yourself if needed at the time. So, like I said before, psychic thoughts and awareness can only come through clearly if you're in a very calm state, similar to that of meditation. So if you meditate a lot, you'll be in an automatic, clear, open, calm state. So it's a very good way to put you in the vibration of knowing, and knowing, the word knowing is similar to psychic abilities because you just know. And that it would be considered being psychic. And when you're in meditation, a state of meditation, you're in very calm state and you just kind of know your surroundings, what's going on with other people, with yourself, just an inner knowing. So how can you tell the difference between a psychic thought and purging different emotions? So this is a very interesting question, because a lot of times people think they're getting psychic information and they're being like, oh my gosh, this is happening or that's happening, or they're freaked out, and they're thinking they can tune into people, and they're getting this, oh my gosh, this person, doesn't like me, or blah blah blah, this person is thinking bad thoughts about me, or blah blah, this person is psychically attacking me. Well, no, that's not true. um, from my understanding, and I don't want to say no, that's not true. From my understanding and how I view the situation, because I've been through similar experiences, is that when you're feeling these feelings that are off, and you're feeling like you're picking up on other people's vibrations, that they're thinking this, or they're planning and plotting, kind of being paranoid, these are not psychic, this is not psychic information. This is your own emotional state. This is usually emotions trying to be purged from your energy field, from your being, from your body, your physical body, your etheric body. This is stuff that needs to come up and out. And so you need to recognize that people are not planning and plotting against you or psychically attacking you. This is your own inner stuff that has to come up and be healed. So once you understand that, it makes it a lot easier that, it's not out there, it's within, and you can really heal that and become more clear. And then you can pick up guidance that is correct. Now, I'm not saying that nothing bad's going on out there in the world. There definitely are, positive and negative things. But to pick up clearly, you want to be clear in your own energy field, and you want to be clear in your own self, and know that what you're picking up out there is real information and not a bunch of stuff that's going on within you. And if you're just new to the spiritual awakening, journey, then a lot of this stuff is going to be happening. You're going to be feeling up and down, and high and low, and you're feeling a lot of stuff on the inner level, and so your psychic abilities might be clouded for a little while there, but just keep meditating and that will help. Another thing is that you notice that you'll feel really off someday, like you won't feel well at all, and you know that it's nothing that you're necessarily feeling, because everything's going well, you feel grounded, but you're feeling off and you don't know why. Now, other than the planets, it could be some interesting thing with the planets, because the planets are doing some stuff recently, and they always are. If that's not it, then it's usually someone that you're really close to, a loved one, somebody that you're very in tune with energetically, and you are feeling their vibrations and their feelings, and you're feeling their sadness, their pain, their hurt. So it would be a good idea to spin your energy field around you so that kind of stays with them, because you don't want to you don't want to do that, mix your energy field with theirs and take on their stuff, because it's enough to take on your own stuff, okay? And I know it's hard, especially if you're a very giving, caring person, to want to help others and take in all this energy, but it's really not beneficial to you, because you have to be strong and you have to be a good role model to others. And if you're scattered and all this stuff's happening, then it's not going to be good for anybody. So learning to putting up some kind of shield or barrier or whatever it is that's your specific technique, grounding. And I will do a video about this, because I think this is an important thing that a long time ago I wish I knew how to do, and I asked many people, but nobody really gave me a good answer. So I'll make a video about that as well, so that you guys will know more about how to ground yourself. So psychic attacks can happen, but your own frequency of energy must be in a similar state to that of the person that's supposedly attacking you. So if you're picking up on things out there that are feel like you're being attacked, or you're being paranoid again, this also, like I said before, could be emotional purging of your own. Or you will just be in that same energy field as the attackers, you know. Everything works on energy in the world, and there's a really good video that I'd like to do at some point. I figured this thing out where it's a really interesting thing, and it goes on energy, different vibrations of energy. Like however you feel for somebody, they feel the same for you energetically in a certain vibration. So then there's the people that say, oh, but what if I like really love this person and then this person doesn't love me? So the sadness of you feeling that this person doesn't love you and their lack to love you is the same vibration energetically. So even though the words that we say and the things that we do on the third dimensional reality don't really make sense in our logical mind, energetically and frequency wise, they do. And that's a thing that you have to recognize. So if you're being psychically attacked, then you know, that's you doing that to yourself. You're feeling that way about yourself. You're tuning into a vibrational frequency that's on a similar scale as the psychic attacker. And again, I'm going to do a video on psychic attacks too, because people wanted me to do that also. So I'm kind of going all out there on all these different things this morning, but I will, I have these things written down, and I definitely will be checking back into those things so that you guys will know about them, because they're really important and really interesting. So another thing that I wanted to mention is sometimes I did get a comment in one of my videos about someone said that they were feeling like they were judging others and kind of feeling bad about themselves for judging others. Well, one thing I know about judging others is that oftentimes when you're around people that are judging themselves really badly, or, you know, when you first meet someone, you'll see something and you'll think in your head a certain judgment. Well, it's because that person carries that judgment around about themselves. So it's not you judging them, it's you being psychic, because you're picking up the judgments that they have about themselves. Now, if you walk up to someone and they're like happy and, you know, joyful and so sweet, you know, then you're picking up on that those people think that way about themselves. So don't think that you're being judgmental when you're not. Most of the time, you know, I'm not going to say all the time, but most of the time you're picking up on how people are feeling about themselves. Okay? So don't worry about being judgmental. If you pick up on what other people are feeling and thinking, then that's you just being psychic. And oftentimes, when I walk past somebody, I get this whole like information packet of the person's life. Like, you know, the feeling, it's mainly feelings, because I feel. Some people hear, some people see. I feel. So I can feel their pain. I can feel what they went through in childhood. I can feel what they're going through now, what their lessons are that they're going through now, their level of awareness, just the basic feeling of their energy, which can sometimes be really weird and scary and off, but sometimes it's kind of pleasant. So it just depends on, you know, the person. And if you get really good at walking past people and trying to pick information up and then writing it down, then you will develop this skill and you will get better at it. So also, I just wanted to just touch on psychic readings. If you do go to a psychic and they tell you information, I'm really kind of against that whole scenario, because first of all, we're all psychics. So if a psychic is going to pick up on something in your energy field that's out there right now, so your thoughts and your feelings about what's going on for you right now is what a psychic's picking up on, and they're just reflecting that back to you. And for them to say something could happen in the future or is going to happen in the future, through astrology, there are possibilities, but nothing ever is set in stone. So I would never go to a psychic who's going to tell you something's happening to you or is going to happen to you, because it's just not true. Anything's possible. You have total control and ability to change anything you want in your life. And so I would just I would not recommend these things. Now, I would recommend people trying to give you guidance where you're at right now and kind of helping you along that path and into a space that is more healthy for you. so that you can feel better and kind of, pursue your own dreams, your own, idealistic visions of the future, and just go along that route. And so that's more like guidance. That's not, this is what's going to happen and this is what's happening, because that's kind of weird to me. And those are just people that are really good at picking up on, like we all are, if we develop it, picking up on what's in your energy field and then reflecting that back to you, and you're like, wow, how did they know that? And then they try to tell you other stuff and lure you in, and that's kind of dark energy. Anyway, so this video is getting kind of long, and I didn't know it was going to be so long. So 4 ways that you can develop your psychic abilities would be to meditate daily. Okay, you want to be in a calm state so that the information can be clear and you can pick up on the frequency channels that you're wanting to pick up on, and you can get them and just, feel them and hear them or whatever, see them, and then know what they are, and then, act accordingly. 2 would be crystals. There's certain crystals that really allow for you to feel, see, and hear psychic information. That would be amethyst, which I already have a video on this channel about. Clear quartz, which I also have a video about. Tiger's eye is really good because it will ground you and will help you to really be powerful in your own space in order to get information, like I was talking about, and it will protect your energy field as well. Another stone I like is Danubite, and this helps by opening up the 3rd chakra as well as the crown chakra, and I do have a piece of that right here. It's very pretty. Let's see. So you can see it's just like a clear stone. Oftentimes clear stones like this are really good for, opening up to psychic abilities. Anyway, that's that. And another thing is to practice. So write down any times that your psychic abilities are correct and keep it in a journal. So if you, if like, you thought someone was going to call or whatever they always say, and then you feel like somebody's thinking about you and then they call you, write that down. Write down the date, the time that this happened, and keep reaffirming to yourself that your psychic abilities are real and that you want to, start becoming better at this. So anything that you want to become better at will happen if you have the intention to do so. So writing things down is a really good idea. Number 4, try to find a partner who you can send psychic signals to and keep practicing with them until you become really good. So just have a friend, a really good friend that you would like to transmit information to and see what they come up with. Another big thing in psychic development is that usually there are some people that are better senders and there's some people that are better receivers. We are trying to balance ourselves, in our sending and receiving abilities, just like we're trying to balance our masculine, feminine. We're trying to balance all these things. But usually someone will be either a better sender or receiver. So with your friend, find out who, what they're better at, and then, act accordingly. Make one person the sender, one person the receiver, and then write down your findings. Like send somebody just, do some like flashcards with certain, shapes on them, and then send that to somebody, send that to your friend or your partner that you're working with and see what shape they picked up, and then write down your findings and keep practicing until you get better at it. And it will come, just like everything does. Sometimes things don't come as quickly as we'd like them to, and we really need to be patient. Patience is key, and that's the most difficult for some of us to develop. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope that this was helpful. If you'd like to set up a spiritual guidance session with me, I'll put the link below to where you can go on my website and schedule that. I'm also going to be making a blog about this video, so I'll put that below this video as well. I hope you guys are having a magical day, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.